So we are actually traveling to Vishakhapatnam.
Uh-huh.
So we are going by car. So we
In that behalf, the other participant will complete that presentation. So each team will give only 12 minutes for the presentation. And both the participants should give the presentation. A buzzer will be blown after 10 minutes. And after next 2 minutes, you have to bind up your presentation. So then judges will ask question to the participants, and then question answer round for each team will be taken up to 7 to 8 minutes. So in this time, you have to answer all the questions that will be asked by our judges. So next, that is marks allotment for this round. So innovation in the product, that is 10 points. The promotion concept 5 point. Targeting, segmentation and distribution 10 points. And your budgeting concept 5 points. So who will score the maximum marks? He will be announced a winner, and the second will be announced as runner up. The result will be only announced in the validatory function. No result will be intimated in this round. So all you have to become in the validatory function to get the results. That's all from my side. Any queries, guys?
Rohit, I have a small clarification. See, for each group, there will be two participants, right?
Yes, 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 sir.
So there will be totally 8 participants.
Yes, sir.
They have to be evaluated individually. 8 evaluation you need. Yes or no?
So as a team, you have to evaluate.
Team, fair enough. I got it.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir. And so our one participant, Parvati Krishna, his participant is not well. He has some issues. So
Mhm.
he will present individually, sir. That's a exception case we got, sir. Yesterday she
Okay. Got
informed
it.
Uh,
me the thing, sir.
I would like to tell one thing. My partner is also means in another event like Bulwark. So if he comes back, it will be okay. Otherwise, I will present single-handedly.
Sure, sure, sure. Uh,
Okay, thank you.
so shall we proceed with the round, sir?
Yeah.
So I am calling team one, that is Parvati Krishna, to present her presentation. Parvati, please take the stage.
Good afternoon, respected judges and all the dignitaries present. I am Parvati Krishnan, third year BSc Honours Corporation and Banking, Kerala Agriculture University. So, I with my team is bringing an innovative idea to sustain economic activity in rural areas by utilizing the aquatic weed water hyacinth for the development of value-added products. We have identified that the invasion of aquatic weeds are a major problem in our native place, South Kerala. So this is the picture of water hazard infestation in our nearby Vempanadu Lake in Alleppey district of Kerala. With our research, we identified that it is a serious issue all over the country. More than 2 lakh hectares of water bodies in India are infested with aquatic weeds. The efforts to control it via biological, chemical, and physical means have failed miserably. The negative impacts are severe. It affects biodiversity, inland navigation, irrigation, agriculture, fisheries, and backwater tourism, and thus impacting the life of millions of people. We are mitigating this problem along with another major problem that is coming, that is unemployment in our area. So we are intending to set up our enterprise, High Tech Enterprises, location Vempanadu Lake premises of Alleppey district of Kerala, where there is huge infestation of this aquatic weed. Our High Tech Enterprises is an integration of two units. The first one, which will be the water hyacinth handicrafts, and the second one will be oyster mushroom production using water hyacinth as substrate. Towards our objective, we'll be utilizing the invasive aquatic weed water hyacinth to produce high quality value added products by engaging unskilled rural people. And our vision is the eradication of this aquatic weed by its economic utilization and improving the lives of rural people. Our mission will focus on the production of value added products. As I said, we are producing first one, it is water hyacinth handicraft products. Our mission and the second one, it will be production of value added oyster mushroom production. As I said, water hyacinth substrate. And we are using simple, economically viable, and eco friendly techniques so that we could engage the rural people in this and thereby generate employment opportunities as well as eradicate this invasive weed from the environment. This is the design of the project. At first, we have identified this problem. It is a serious issue. We undergone several research. We undergone a lot of research, and thereby we found from secondary research papers and institutions on aquatic resources that setting up of an enterprise utilizing this aquatic weed economically will generate employment opportunities and as well as production of value-added products, and in turn, it will eradicate this aquatic weed from the aquatic environment. From the market analysis, we also identified it is a profitable venture, and thereby will be going to give training and awareness creation to the people. As I have already said, it is a very simple, economically viable, and eco-friendly technique so that we could engage rural people. The rural people, after the training, will be segmented into different groups. As I said, Handtech is an integration of two units. The first unit will focus on handicraft, and the second unit will focus on oyster mushroom production using water hyacinth substrate. Now, moving on to the operational process. The operational process, the first one, talking about water hyacinth handicrafts, the stock of are taken, that is, we are procuring the weeds from these aquatic environments, and after that it is dried. For our enterprise, we'll be using dryers for this purpose, and then it is flattened. Before flattening, we are using sulfur. The durability is a big question in water hyacinth products. To increase the durability, we are using sulfur here, and then it is flattened using a flattener, and then thin fibers are obtained. These thin fibers are weaved to produce basket, hat, bag, and shopping bag. These are four major products here. And for attracting the customers, we'll be decorating it with beads, sequins, etc., so that it will be attractable to the customers. Now, towards oyster mushroom using water hyacinth substrate, the stock of the weeds are taken and then it is pasteurized. About 30 minutes is needed to pasteurize this, and then it is dried to about 65 to 70 degree, 70% moisture content, and then the same method that it is used for paddy straw, like substrate using paddy straw, husk, etc. are used here. The only exception is that we are replacing these traditional substrate with water hyacinth substrate. These stocks are used as substrates here, and thus oyster mushroom is produced. The lignin content and carbon nitrogen ratio is comparatively favorable when compared to the traditional raw materials. Thus, we are expecting a higher productivity. Towards the target market, our Kerala is famous for its tourist location. God's own country is famous for its tourist location. Thereby, tourist locations in and around Alleppey and Kollam, majorly towards South Kerala, will be initially our target location for handcrafted products such as bags, hat, and shopping bags. Towards then, it is famous for the local farming community. Kuttanad is famous for. Thus, we'll be concentrating the prospective market group for our basket will be the local farming community there. Towards the handcrafted shopping bag, it will be an alternative for the plastic bags in retail stores. Thus, it will be reducing the usage of plastic. Towards mushroom market, from our research, we identified that there is a huge demand of mushroom, highly protein-rich mushroom in the South Kerala area. Thus, the local market, vegetable market, convenience stores, supermarkets, restaurant, hotels will be our target group for mushroom. Now, towards our competitive advantage. Competitive advantage for handcrafted products, like our major competitors here will be Rain Bamboo Crafts, Kera Palm Creations, etc. Our main competitive advantage from them is the limit cost of production and easy availability also. Our cost of production is too less because the raw material is easily available in the area. And also we are using simple technology here so that we don't incur a lot of cost. Thus, the product we are giving will be at an affordable cost. Now, towards the mushroom competitors here, it is Haritha Organic Farm, Coon Fresh, and Sneha Coon. These are our major competitors that from the research we identified. Thus, our competitive advantage from them will be, since the carbon nitrogen ratio in these paddy, they are mainly using this paddy as substrate in these mushroom cultivation. So the paddy content, the carbon nitrogen ratio is about 24:3, and in water hyacinth it is about 54:3. So what happens is that this is more favorable than the traditional raw material paddy. So thus, there will be an increase in production. Also talking about the lignin content, the lignin content is about 17% in paddy, where it is only 9% in water hyacinth, which is more favorable in increasing the mushroom productivity. Thus, we are expecting a huge mushroom productivity, and we could give the product. We are actually intending to sell 200 grams for 90 rupees. It's a very low cost compared to the mushroom given here. With the increase in productivity, we could give at an affordable cost. And the limited availability of raw material in our location, that is this Rain Bamboo Crafts, which are focusing on bamboo production, like bamboo craft production, they are bringing bamboo from the North Kerala, that is Kasargod part and all. So what happens is that it incurs transportation cost and all, but our raw material is easily available. We are setting up in the Vembanadu Lake premises. Thus, the infestation is huge there, and we don't need any transportation cost or something like that. And the raw material we use is easily available, thus using the cost of production. Now, towards marketing strategy and growth, we are initially targeting the Alapi and Kollam region, that is South Kerala part, and then we'll be widening our market by the development of effective supply chain. We'll be widening our market to all parts of Kerala. We'll be also setting up units all over India where there is huge aquatic weed infestation in our future. Initially, we are starting with 50% productivity, and then we'll be increasing the capacity from third or fourth year to 100%. Then with the growth, we are intending to give a percentage share to the retailers so that they remain with us and take our products. And also e-commerce path is another our futuristic growth strategy where we'll be giving accessibility to a wide range of customers. And this business canvas model, where our key partners will be research institutions of aquatic weeds, local government bodies, suppliers of infrastructure, facility, production, and suppliers of all inputs will be our partners. Then about the key activities, procurement, drying, flattening, weaving, and about mushroom, the effective mushroom system production. And the value proposition, we are having three motors. The first one will be the production of value-added products from this, and the second one, it will be the employment generation. As I said, the simple and economically viable, eco-friendly technologies are used in this, that can engage rural people. Third one is eradication of this invasive aquatic weed from the environment. And our channels are also mentioned, like hypermarkets, supermarkets, convenience stores, etc. The main thing is that our quality is very high, thus we could create a trust among the people. Our customer segment will be the upper class and middle class people who will be the supermarkets, restaurants, etc. for buying mushroom. And handicrafts, it will be tourists, local farming communities, and the local markets. And cost structure, I'll be coming to it. And then revenue will be from the sale, the product sale of the sandcraft and the oyster mushroom. The cost of the project will be, the fixed capital will be incurring this much amount. We are intending to rent an area, land building for about, we incurred about it, and it is about 50,000 rent, and we'll be giving 1 lakh rupees as the deposit and about 1,50,000 for renovation. So that along with the plant and machinery, that is dryer, refrigerator, cooler, miscellaneous assets are also required, and this comes under fixed capital. And working capital will comprise all the rent, raw material cost, salary, selling, repair and maintenance, utility, etc. The deposit that we are giving deposit, as I already said, to the building and electricity. So that will be coming under deposit. And we'll be doing a trial production, and those amounts taken together will come under the cost of the project. And this means the project will be comparing as a term loan. We'll be taking a term loan for this amount, and the rest will be as equity among the partners. Now, towards the revenue model, we are first calculating it at 50% capacity in the first year. The bag we are selling for about 300 rupees, shopping bag for about 150 rupees, and basket for about 100 rupees, and hat for about 150 rupees. And thereby we have calculated the revenue, and the revenue model is given here. Now, towards the profitability, we have calculated the profitability for till 5 years. The first year with 50% capacity, second year with 75% capacity, and from the third year to 100% capacity. And we have calculated and found out that it is a very high profitable venture. And towards the return on investment, we have calculated it, and it found to be 114%. So the adoption of simple, economically viable, eco-friendly, and simple technologies for the production of value-added products using invasive aquatic water hyacinth will in turn produce value-added products, also generate employment, as well as eradicate this weed from the environment. Thank you.
Now I invite judges to ask question to the participants.
Like ask first or Professor Ravi Tilakan?
Yeah. Would you like to go ahead, ma'am? This is a very exhaustive
Okay,
presentation. I liked it so much. Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
it's
Go
quite
ahead.
good
Yeah.
actually.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
fine. Good presentation, Parvati.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank
And
you,
it was a
sir.
very interesting. It was a very interesting concept, and you presented it also well.
Thank you, ma'am.
Is this similar
Yeah.
thing is available in Kerala, or this is the first time you are thinking of it?
Sir, a lot of research is going on this, and we have, with the help of a lot of research papers and Center for Aquatic Resources is relevant in our part. So they are doing research on this, and taking from the research paper, we got this idea and we are developing it.
Oh, this weed is a sort of it's a disturbance for this movement, and you're going to use that.
Yes, sir. It is a major problem here. Like it is affecting a lot of people's life. Like tourism is a major in Kerala. Thus, the backwater tourism, like lot of backwaters are available, and it is impacting the life of millions of people by that.
So this comes on its own, is it? Nobody is planting it.
No, sir. It's infestation is huge.
Hyacinth grows by itself. Yeah,
Yes.
it grows by itself.
Okay.
It grows
And it
wild
grows so much that
actually.
it
Yeah.
and it actually does not allow even the boats also cannot go on the backwaters. It looks very pretty, but it's
Yeah,
I
it
guess
looked nice
one of
actually.
the
Okay, it's nice flowers. Okay.
so I have just a few doubts in this, Parvati, maybe
Sure,
so that we don't run out of time. So you said 2 lakhs is the cost of production. Is it correct? Somewhere I think in the beginning you said it takes about 2 lakhs in the presentation, the beginning. Then later you show this table with all those other things. So can you go
No, ma'am. I was talking
slide
about
maybe? So you
the cost of the project is about 14 lakhs, which comprise all the fixed capital, working capital.
14
Yes,
lakhs.
ma'am.
Okay. So somewhere in the beginning you said 2 lakhs. So I was like, how come? So I noted this down.
No,
in the
ma'am.
beginning.
The
You said 2
infestation.
lakhs. So I was like, how come 2 lakhs?
No, ma'am. The
Okay.
infestation in
Okay,
India, that
yeah.
is the aquatic weed infestation, is about 2 lakh hectares.
2 lakh hectares. Okay, it is
Oh,
so much.
Yes.
Is that okay?
Acha. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Okay. So I just need a few clarifications here. So
Sure,
one
ma'am.
thing what I liked about this is it's more about rural entrepreneurship and all that. So it's a very good thing, and encouraging handicrafts and making that showcasing it for the rest of the world. I hope you succeed with the e-commerce part where you can sell it globally also. So that
Yes,
part
ma'am.
is very good. And I just wanted to know the legal part of it. You said you will harvest it from the whatever river you mentioned. But what about permissions? Isn't there any law for you to, anyone just go and harvest the hyacinth like that? And that is question number one. And question number two is, you said this oyster, you'll be giving it as a edible thing. So don't you have to apply for certifications from the Food Safety Authority? And that is question number two. And question number three is about the pricing you have mentioned. I would like to know what is the pricing with comparison with competitors. You mentioned 3-4 competitors. So these are my first three questions. Later I'll get to the next part. Can you answer these three, please?
Yeah, sure. Talking
Yeah.
about the first, the Panchayat will be taking this, they will be eradicating this weed from the aquatic environment. So we will be approaching them. They will be incurring a lot of cost in eradicating this. So we'll be giving, we'll be applying for eradication of this from the environment, so that it will be a beneficial for them also, since the cost is reduced. We do not incur any cost to them to eradicate this. We are incurring by
Not the
ourselves.
cost. I'm talking about the law part of it. Do you have to apply for permission?
Yes,
Legally, are you authorized?
no, this is a proposed project. We'll be need to
Yeah.
approach the Punjab for eradication. We have
Maybe
enquired
they
and
will pay you for eradicating. There might be some
No,
revenue
sir.
from there also. No.
No, they have said nothing like that is there, but
Okay.
they will give permission to eradicate this. And about the
Yeah.
Compared to the competitors, like they are selling about Sneha Koon and all, they are our main competitors here, and they are selling for about 150 rupees. They are selling this mushroom for 200 grams. We are only providing this at 90 rupees. So that is a huge change, and the quality is high since like no difference in the mushroom will be occurring if we change the substrate and all. With the research, we
Okay.
found out that. So it is a very good opportunity for the people to accept it since they are giving it a huge price and we are just affordable price since the productivity is high. The lignin content and carbon nitrogen ratio is comparatively favorable than the traditional. So we are getting a high productivity. Hello. Hello.
You are audible.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Voice.
Can you repeat the second question? Yeah, talking about that, for mushroom, it's an edible product, as ma'am said. So we'll be giving for this legal aspect, like FSSAI and all, we will be reaching them and they will be giving this approval after checking the quality and all. Hello.
I think her
I think Dr. Surya's thing is
little
frozen.
frozen. Go ahead, Ma. Go ahead. Speak.
You
Yeah.
can go ahead. Sir,
I
if you have any questions, you
would
can
also
ask.
like to welcome our Uma ma'am.
Yeah. Am I back? Yeah.
Yeah, you
I
are there.
can-
You are now. Yeah.
Yeah. So just third question, then I'm done. Respect to pricing with respect to competitors. The pricing with respect to competitors.
Yeah,
Your pricing with respect to competitors. Yeah.
yeah, I said that, ma'am. Like Sneha Koon, it is giving for 150 rupees for 200-gram mushroom. So we are only providing at 90 rupees. So it is a huge change, and there is no change in the quality of mushroom with water hassle substrate and the substrate they use, that is paddy. So thus it is a huge change. So the customers will be
Okay.
truly attracted to us.
Okay, fine. So over to you, sir.
That's fine. In fact, I have no questions. I can only say that you presented with a lot of passion. Looks like you got this business in your mind. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you.
So, and one last thing then, you said about handicrafts and all that. So are you going to use the existing rural and artisans as it is, or are you going to train the people who are producing these bags and stuff? You're mute, please unmute
You're
yourself.
muted,
My
Ma.
voice on mute.
Parvati, yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. In our area, there is not much people engaged in this handicraft production. Also, we need to give them training. And since like only weaving methods and all, like we are giving that mold, and in that they'll be weaving it. So there not be much training needs and all. We'll be just giving them training for 1-2-3 days. So
Okay.
they'll be having it in there as an individuality. So it will be easy for us and them.
Okay. Okay, good. Well, all the best
Thank you,
then.
ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Good luck.
Yeah, that's it from me also.
Thank you.
Thanks, Parvati, for your presentation. Now we will move with team 2, Darshan and Param Dubey. Could you take the stage, guys?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Param.
One second. Are my slides visible?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
Yeah, Darshan, go ahead.
Greetings and a very good afternoon to the respected judges, the co-participants, and all other individuals in this meet. Belated New Year wishes to you all. I, Darshan Sagar and Param Dubey, first year students, BBA students from IIM Rohtak, are here to pitch up which are Startupedia, Mother's Food, an optimized, novel, yet simple food delivery service model with a service motive. We have had enough research papers, arguments, which highlight the dire consequences of eating out, ranging from migraines to increases of heart attacks and even strokes. Due to being in a fast-paced world, we have stopped realizing that the truth that healthy food is not just a luxury, but actually a necessity. Perhaps on the top of the sufferers list are college students, working professionals, and all others who are away from their homes and have resorted to options like canteens, mess, restaurants, etc. So, before arriving at the solution to this conundrum, let's understand the willingness of two types of stakeholders. From the next slide, please.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. So the question is, have you ever wished to get homemade food when you're not at home? Ever felt fed up with canteen and mess food and be tired with restaurant food despite being it's tasty, spicy, etc., etc.? I'm sure that most of the elicited answers to these questions will be yes from many people. So it's obvious that healthy homemade food is irreplaceable. And next, if we pose a question to all mothers and fathers, though not biologically but socially, whether they'll be willing to cook food for an extra person who desperately needs such noble service and through which they can become a part of the mission Atmanirbhar Bharat by being self-employed and self-reliant, of course, they would certainly be ready to serve. So the question is, what is actually lacking here? The answer is the absence of a connecting platform to integrate the abundant demand and the abundant supply. So our food delivery service startup exactly addresses this gap. So please hold on to us for a few more minutes before unraveling it. Until then, let's look at a few of the most important insights of the online food delivery industry of India. Actually, the industry is on a bull run. It will see a valuation of $22 billion by 2022. And reasons owing to immense growth potential are there is a boom of smartphone usage and also coupled with accessibility to internet. And also there is an abundance of buyers belonging to various kinds of cohorts. Despite this, we have a few weaknesses as well. So the weaknesses are in metro cities, the delivery charges are the top reason for people not using a food delivery platform. And also in tier 1 cities, the major reason is that the lack of trust on these restaurants, hotels, and mess. So we have tried our best to take into account these gaps to ensure sustainability and profitability in the business model and social welfare for all the stakeholders. Over to Bharat.
So who are we? Who are we at Mother's Food? We are basically a website and a mobile application aiming to connect two sets of people. One, those who are away from their homes because of multiple reasons and want to have healthy, loved home food. And two, those who are at home lovingly cooking food for their family members and are ready to extend their love to a few more members, basically mothers in the house. So how will this function? I think the picture is quite clear how this will function. As said earlier, we'll work through a website and a mobile application. We will virtually connect the one who can make food and the one who wants food, and take cuts or commission from both the sides, and that is how we will get our revenue. So how exactly is our service going to work? There are three aspects to this. Excuse me. One is our family pack service. So suppose you have a family member, definitely you will be feeding your family member every day, right? So similarly, if there is a person who wants to take the service every day, we will offer him the family pack. Okay, he will have fixed rates and fixed mode of delivery, and also there will be discounts based on the number of days that he takes. Second will be our guest offer. So suppose you go to someone's house as a guest, definitely they are going to feed you, but you won't stay at their house for long, right? You will stay for 2 days, 3 days, maximum a week. So those kind of people are also existing, right? They have to move from place to place because of work, but still they desire home food. So for those kind of people, we have offer called guest offer, where they will take food for a short number of days. The charges might be high, and there will be a different mode of delivery because this is erratic. The third aspect of our service is redressal cum review. Now this is a very important aspect. Right from our childhood, we are taught that beta don't eat chocolates given by unknown people, beta don't eat food to at others places, right? So we as a application where we are trying to give food to people from those houses who are unknown to those people, it will be very important to break this stigma. And how are we going to break this stigma? It is through review system. We will take reviews from customer. We will talk to the people who will cook food for the customers. We will see, okay, what problems are there. We'll try to patch up those problems. Okay. And one more important thing is inspection for quality checks. So adding up all of this, we will come up with a system of ratings and rankings for the food suppliers. That will
Justin, right? Your screen is frozen. So can you just refresh it a bit?
is it again frozen?
Yeah. It's been frozen for a long time.
Present again. Could you present again?
Oh, one
Yeah.
second. I'm so sorry.
We're so sorry for the inconvenience, sir. Shall we start from first?
No. You can't start the first, guys.
You don't have to start from the first. You can just run through the slides and then catch up where you were.
Yeah.
So just take a minute to run through, sir.
Now is it visible?
Yes, it
Yeah.
is. Now.
Can you draw it from the first, Param, for a minute?
From first?
Yeah.
What's a delivery is visible, right?
Yeah, it's visible. So just that we didn't switch the slides from slide number 3 itself. Let the judges.
That's okay. Oh, that's okay. I'll continue. Okay. So now the next part is delivery. Now on the app or on the website, we will definitely connect a supplier and a buyer. But connecting is one part, and making sure that the products reach to the customer is another part. So we have two channels over here. Two delivery channels. One is through a proper transport system, and another is self pick or drop. So let's discuss the delivery channel. So we will start our business from Mumbai. And when you hear Mumbai, you definitely know Dabbawalas. So these Dabbawalas are doing a great job of delivering lunch tiffin boxes to the employees. We will also use their service because for those who want to have a family pack, okay, as we discussed in the previous slide, a family pack system for long number of days. So these Dabbawalas charge on monthly basis, and we can take their service and fix it for our customers. And for people who want to take guest packs, they can have we will get their products delivered through delivery boys. Okay, obviously their charges will be higher, but because they are taking it for a short number of days, that should be justifiable. Now, second interesting thing is the self pickup or drop thing. So we will use a proper mapping system so that we map a supplier and a customer who are at closest distance. So things can also happen, right? I'm in one apartment, and in the society next to me, there's someone who wants to supply a food, and I want to have a homemade food. So if we can connect these kind of people, there is actually no need of a delivery guy. I can just go and pick it up, or the other person can come and drop it. So that can also be a good option for delivery. So there are similar players. You might feel that, okay, this food service exists. So there are similar players like Zomato, Swiggy, Dabbawala, and tiffin services. So how do we differ from them? Let's discuss each of them. So Zomato, Swiggy versus us. So Zomato and Swiggy, they connect the restaurants to the customers, and we are connecting homemade food to the customers. What do Dabbawalas do? Dabbawalas are not people who provide food. They provide food delivery system. So that is how we are different from Dabbawalas. And how are we different from tiffin services or caterers? So there is a difference between making food in large quantity and making food in home and supplying it to people. So that is how we differ from them. Darshan.
Yeah. Coming to the marketing plans, the marketing plans will be majorly based on B2C channels like Facebook, Instagram, where most of our food providers and the food seekers are most active. We will run ad campaigns, inviting call to actions like registering, signing up, downloading, and getting registered as a food provider in the app. For the channels, we will also have appealing and compelling creatives and copies. For this, we'll use the space of Facebook posts and Instagram pages, stories, and etc., which is actually most seen by the cohort of youth population. As said before, the most prominent marketing communication messages will be based on these. It's healthy, homemade, and affordable food to the food seeker side, and the concept of self-employed and self-reliant household women and men to the food provider side. And also coming to the offline marketing plans and channels, we will place few banners at few of the most prominent places in cities like colleges, hostels, etc., inviting leads to download our app and register in it. Here is a small example of the creative that we mentioned.
Coming to a budget, so basically there are 4 main costs in a mobile application or website. That is the website cost, that is around 700 rupees a year owning a domain. The second is mobile application cost. So application building an application is really costly, so we will go to application only after we have a successful website, which will cost around 10 lakhs. The third cost is a payment gateway. So we will use Razorpay as our payment gateway, and that will cost us 0.05% of every transaction. And marketing costs are definitely high in a startup. So this is our revenue model.
Time's up, guys.
Yeah.
Time's up, guys. You can pull it now.
Yeah.
Judges
Okay.
are allowed to ask the question to the participants.
So good presentation there, Param and Pratham. No, second Darshan. Okay, Param and Darshan. Yeah. So this is, I guess, time-tested model food delivery. It need not be new. It will always be successful because there's always a
Ma'am, you are not audible, ma'am.
no. Yeah.
We can hear you. Yes, ma'am. Go
True
ahead.
and model is what I am saying. Yeah. So it's, I think, more than innovation or anything. I would say this is something that is time tested and you will be successful at it. So there's no. And what I liked about agents and stuff, but and then I didn't get that about redressal that you were saying. Something to do with feedback, is that?
Surya.
Ma'am, your voice was breaking.
Surya.
We couldn't hear.
Yeah, Surya, can I suggest something? You can go off the video.
Yeah.
Then your audio will not break.
Okay, fine. Yeah. So is your, I wanted to know something about can you understand what I said? Redressal, you said. So what is it about redressal that you are saying?
Okay, so I mean, this is a food delivery system, right? So there can be multiple problems that someone delivered a food and it was rotten. Someone delivered a food, it was not good. So we have to redress such problems, right? Because till now people have habit of eating. If they are eating outside their home, it's either restaurant or some canteen. So they trust because it's through an organization. Now, when you have to eat from someone's house, that is where we need to bring the trust factor. So we also need to redress any problem that a customer has. So we were talking about that kind of problem. That
so you'll back to the people who are providing the food, and if it's not good, you will take them off your suppliers. Yes. Depending on customer feedback,
can take them
the supplier be there or not there. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we'll have a comprehensive model where we'll receive reviews from the buyer side, and then we'll evaluate it based on the genuinity of the issue, and then we'll also have quality and inspection checks that we'll be incorporating in our service on a monthly basis. We'll go and inspect houses. We'll go inspect their cleanliness, hygiene part, and then we'll use these parameters to have a ranking system so that the buyers look at the verification and the validation that we have provided regarding the suppliers from our side.
I get questions on this, except that maybe if you, my suggestion is of just saying mother's food, as you could just say home food, because I know there are many modern fathers who are also very good cooks. This is just on a lighter
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, we understand. Mothers is actually a representative of the love and affection part, not as a gender we use that.
No, we will not debate on that. It's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, sir. You.
Yeah, this is a fascinating presentation. I think you are converting this Airbnb model for food also, and it goes with delivery.
Yeah, so you guessed it right. I took some parts from the Airbnb model.
Isn't it? Yeah. And
Yeah.
how about the pricing part? How much the food will be priced? Who will price it?
Sir, we have not exactly done a proper fixed pricing at present, but it will be based on a consensus of some guidelines that we will have for some food items, and what the suppliers. I mean, if supplier is giving a food, his cost should also be covered. So that can be built on a consensus.
Yes, sir. And we'll ensure that the profit margin is thin from our side, sir. Initially, we won't be looking for extracting huge profits from this. Yes, and we'll ensure that the profit margin is thin, not to allow the cost burden to transfer to the from our buyer side.
Yeah, okay. I think you should do some test marketing to find out where exactly the problems are there. This food business has its own, while it is fascinating, that because the entry barrier is hardly there. Anybody can get into this food business, food distribution. But also you should know that the food is the most sensitive kind of business. If you make one mistake, the customer will not come for a long time, and he will or she will tell about you to at least 10, 20 people.
Yes,
so
sir.
it is, so they also, and not to discourage you, they also say that in restaurant business only 3% of restaurants survive and make money.
That is where we came up with this redressal system and inspection system. That is a very big problem, sir. Right? It's really a big problem to cater.
Absolutely. So you should do some test marketing. Try it in a smaller location and see if it works. And if it works well, then you test it a little better. Then you can go for funding. You might end up with some $1 billion. Looks like, we are looking at very rich future people.
Thank you so much, sir.
Give me a minute. I would like to respond to the comments made by Surya ma'am. By intrinsically, it doesn't come from an innovative sense, but the innovation that we are trying to incorporate is, despite the model sounding simple, is that no one has implemented it. It's just that they have not cared about this issue much, and though there is a simple solution, they haven't addressed it. So the innovation here is to connect all the needy and all the providers in a robust business model, which will ensure profits for everyone, and also an employment, and along with the service motive, and also it's incorporate missions like self-employment, keeping and being at home. Women and men of houses would get an opportunity to serve to people and also earn a small revenue, small profits from that. So this is the slight innovation that we have tried to incorporate in our idea.
So you will be a food aggregator, basically.
In a sense, yes.
In a sense.
Exactly. Actually, this concept is there. That's been there for so many number of years. Home food and different kinds of food are also different cuisines of home food is available since almost 10-20 years. So it's just that now we have the e-commerce app-based thing. Yeah. Into an app-based and that's it. But otherwise, home food has been there for so many years. Yeah. And your success depends on the quality of the food. If the food is good, it will go ahead. That's the key to any food industry.
Right.
Anyway, all the best there.
Thank you, ma'am.
Very interesting. Very interesting. Darshan and Param.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you guys for this presentation. So now team number 3, Pragyan and Shubham Mishra, would you take the stage?
Shubham, your mic is off.
Sorry to interrupt. We have our estuary conveyor, Dr. Emil Matthew ma'am, with us. So I would like to welcome her on behalf of everyone. Welcome, ma'am.
Hello. Shall I continue, ma'am?
Yeah, you can. I think you can ask them to continue, no? Really?
Ma'am, actually, no one was saying anything. I was not able to hear, like, not sure that if I'm
No,
audible or
the
not.
teammates are waiting for the green signal to go ahead. You start the time now.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Please go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
One more
Just give
request,
me a minute.
please others turn off their mic while others are presenting. Thank you.
Just give me a minute, please. Yeah, the screen is visible.
Yes.
Yes, screen is visible.
Thank you so much.
So timing will be start from 13:51. Now you guys.
Okay, good morning to one and all present here. Good morning, judges. Good morning, my fellow mates. Actually, we are here to present a startup idea, lanterns. So what are lanterns? Basically, in literal meaning, lanterns are a kind of lamp that has a transparent casing to protect the flame. So with this flame only, inside flame, we have derived a startup idea like a mixture of freelancing and internship. This is an innovative blend of freelancing and internship. The name itself has been derived from freelancing and intern. The land has been derived from freelancing, and internship has given the name turn. So this is an online platform for college students to find jobs with a tint of internship and freelancing blended together. So what are we? Like there are many internship platforms and many freelancing platforms are there. So for we college students, like we have less number of experience years and a less number of skills. So in a freelancing platform, we find a very tough competition to present ourselves and to compete with the others because employees with more than 10 years experience or 5 years experience have shifted to freelancing career and have resigned their jobs. So we find a very tough competition there to make up our field and to serve the customers with our skills and expertise. And for the internship side, like companies provide very less stipends and take our more number of hours. So it's not really a good idea if someone is trying to earn some additional earnings. How lantern is better than internship? Comparatively more earning than internship. Some internships are also unpaid. So if someone is has learned, suppose Android development, and he is trying to earn some extra money because to pay his college fees or buy something. So the internship is not a good idea because it pays less stipend for the per se. The job is less time consuming. We have developed the lantern like this, that if someone plays a guitar and a customer wants a guitarist, he will come there and on an online platform, on a website, and he will choose the given options, like who he needs to play the guitar in his occasion or party. uh, like if he chooses someone and he comes in and plays a guitar for 2 hours, he earns 1,000 rupees and goes away. But for internship, we need to do a work for 4 hours or 3 hours a day. So this is a less time consuming than internship, and less competition is there. Like given many people have done internships, and they are like, uh, if I and my friend are applying for an internship, I have 5 to 7 skills and my friend has only one skill, but he is perfect in it, but I will be chosen. Like the internship people chose that person which has more number of skills, not the one which has a pure talent and one. So less competition is there. Like once student is enrolling in Lantern, then he can only add up to 4 or 5 skills. There will be a limitation. Like if you are adding 4 or 5 skills, that's a limit. You can apply for jobs only for that uh, skills only. Versatile platform. Students can work in more than one sectors. Like if I am working in Android development and I have a musical passion also, then I can work in music also. But the versatile platform has been limited to 4 and 5 skills only per student. Students have the liberty to choose the area of proficiency. Like an internship, if some internship has been uploaded, like web development is there, so it has been demanded like you have these skills, this set of skills. So that is a kind of difficulty for us, because if we know HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and I don't know any other language that has been demanded, then we cannot apply for that internship. Like if we also apply, then we are rejected, because that part of skill is not completed by us. And we will also escalate the resume of the students, as a certificate will be provided with a feedback from the customers served in respective skills. Like if a student serves a customer, then the certificate will be provided to the student with the feedback from the customer, like how he was playing a guitar, or how the project submitted is. So that makes a difference, big difference, because in freelancing and internship, we also do real life experience, like work experience is there. Not like we just learn a skill, we are also completing an real life experience with a real life work. So students can clear their hands on a real life experience sorry, for the given skill set. How is Lantern better than freelancing? Like I have mentioned before, people with more number of experience years have been enrolled for freelancing jobs. Like if I want a logo for my company, and then I am browsing the freelancing website, then I'll choose a then I will choose a logo designer with more than 1 year or 2 year experience. But those designers are very much costly, and On the other hand, there are some students that design logo equal to that experienced person, and they charge also less. For them only, we are creating this platform so they can come here and we can neglect the experienced crowd, and we can only showcase the talented people on a platform. Who do we help? Who does Lantern help? Lantern is designed by a college student for a college student only. Like we have 50 types of skill sets like guitarist, photography, singer, homework, assignment. Many things are there, and these are only for college students. Like I am a college student, I need a PPT. I need a PPT, and another college student is there that makes a PPT really well. I'll go on the platform, I'll hire one, give some money, and the PPT will be completed. In which way will help? We'll build a website that students can come and enroll, and the people, those who need for the job, they can come there and hire the students for their jobs.
So we have come up with marketing plans, right? We have got targeting, segmentation, and distribution. So targeting. In targeting, we will target college students like who are pursuing UG programs, and we will segmentation. In segmentation, it comes a Lantern follows a demographic segmentation and believes on equality, age, and standard. Like there is no for every age they have got standard, like so they can be good in anything, but only 2 or 3, like he mentioned, 3-4 qualities can be shown in which they are best. Like they can show many like every skills, like utility in which they are good. In distribution, we can with the help of digital marketing we can distribute, like and also through some organic marketing like newspapers and distributing flyers outside the colleges, which is very helpful nowadays. And along with this, Lantern will contact the student body of particular college and circulate a mail consisting all necessary details. Promotion. With the help of digital marketing, organic marketing, and referral marketing, we will promote in every platforms. Budget allocated.
The budget allocated over here is 5 lakhs, 2 lakhs for developing the Lantern website and for obtaining a domain, 1 lakh for printing the flyers and hiring the people for the distribution of flyers outside the college, and 1.5 lakhs for digital marketing, like in marketing on Instagram, Facebook, and all, and 50K for newspaper ads. Newspaper ads has been given a low budget just because nowadays many students don't read newspapers, but this newspaper ad will help the people, those who want to hire. Thank you. There's that. Thank you, everyone.
Okay.
Yeah, this sounds interesting, but how did you get that idea? What was the source of this idea?
Sir, actually, I have faced this problem, and in an internship, I applied for an internship. There were particular skill sets like we want this, we want this, we want this, we want this, and I applied for that. And the only main thing was that they needed only HTML and CSS, and they have given like we want this, we want Java, we want JavaScript, we want PHP, like that. So internship is a very competitive field. Like if with people with some less set of skills are not welcome there, and same goes for the freelance.
Yeah.
So you are breaking up the internship. For one internship for 3 months, you are breaking into some 90 small assignments or 30 small assignments. Is something like that? And it will it will be divided between maybe 10, 15 people or 30 people.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No.
It will be, sir. It will hire only undergraduate students. Like in internship, we are only allowed when we are like after 3rd year or 4th year. So this will be allowed first year students, 2nd year, or let it be, sir, like that.
So your question I want to clear, like only an individual will participate. Like I know a guitarist who plays a guitar really well. he will be hired for a birthday party and he will play alone. If the customer requests a band and all, that is the other thing. But individuals we play this role, sir.
Who is likely to be customer? Anybody can be a customer. Anybody can be a seller.
Anybody can be a customer with the needs, sir.
Okay. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So yeah, thank you, sir. And very good. It's a very, can I say, the problem has been very well identified, Pragyam and Shubham. There is,
Thank you so much.
it's a current
Yes, thank you,
problem
ma'am.
in
Thank
India,
you.
especially where there's a dearth of
Yes, ma'am.
internships and unpaid internships. I think is the biggest problem here. And
Yes, ma'am.
you identified a very good problem. Of course, it has been looked after by many other internship sites like Internshala and 2019. Simplest, I guess, is LinkedIn
Yes, ma'am.
itself. But how many
Yes,
ever
ma'am.
are there? I think there is still a dearth of internships, and paid internships is becoming a big problem in India, especially. So you have identified a very genuine problem. I really appreciate that. And my feedback here is presentation could have been better. You were going on and on a long time with respect to the description of your proposal that you ran out of time for the actual important stuff later. So maybe you should have
Yes, ma'am.
practiced with respect to time. Anyway,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
my question here is, I found the budget very high. Whereas you could start everything with free and then make an impact, and then you could actually start pay. And two is, how will you earn? You never address that. What is the purpose? Being the earlier group was a food aggregator. Here you are a job aggregator, I would say, and in a simple term. So if that is the thing, where are you earning money? Yeah, I have just.
Ma'am, like you said, the budget is. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, continue. I have just these two questions. Continue.
Ma'am, like you said, the budget is really high. Yes, ma'am, the budget is high because we are building this platform with a big database, ma'am. Because we know that students are facing this problem and students will come. Eventually, students will come in big groups, ma'am. So we need a higher database like 6 TB, 4 TB to store everything, ma'am. Every data, their videos, their showcasing their talents. And ma'am, we have also discussed like if some students is not so good, we will train them, ma'am. We will hire some trainers and we will train them so that they can showcase and they can provide a quality job, quality work to the customer, ma'am. So we need a big database, ma'am. That the main production developing website cost is there 2 lakhs, ma'am. The main thing is that we need a big database and the database charges are pretty high, ma'am. And for the digital marketing, we need a two-way marketing, ma'am. For the students also we need a marketing, and for the customers also we need a marketing. That's why the budget is really high.
I see. Okay, fine. So that leads me to your. I said two questions, but this leads me to another question. I wish I thought of it earlier. It's about who are your companies, where are you collaborating, and to how. What is your connection with the companies? You have not said that in the presentation at all. So where are you sourcing the jobs from?
Ma'am, like there won't be any tie-up for the timing. Like, ma'am, we know that some students have a particular skill set and will showcase them on our website, and the customers will come. Those who need the skills, jobs we done, they will come and they will hire them, ma'am.
So don't you think it
jobs like
if you find out where are the requirements, these to collaborate with existing companies, with existing vacancies, right? Or are you running a parallel LinkedIn website?
no, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. A kind of parallel LinkedIn website, ma'am, where we will provide the jobs as well as the hirement will be there, ma'am.
Okay, so now I get it. So you're going to run another LinkedIn thing, in another word, India-based something, or is it going to be global?
No, ma'am. We have planned only for India for now.
As of now.
And for the future,
Okay.
if it success then.
Okay.
And ma'am,
fine,
what was the
good.
second question, ma'am?
Second question, you told me, no? I asked how will you earn money? That one.
Okay, ma'am.
You haven't
That our
answered that.
revenue
Yeah.
model, yes, ma'am. For now, ma'am, revenue model is not so clear because for this startup, we won't be accepting much of a profit. But I think, ma'am, the commission between the hire and the provider will be our revenue, ma'am.
So my suggestion is you run it like a
Hello.
stage of for my suggestion is you could run it like a recruitment agency itself, where the HR companies, recruitment companies, they earn from the company that is taking someone on board. You could have tie-ups in the sense like the first 3 months is internship. If it goes on into a full-time job, then you can ask for your commission. So make it a revenue model, then it is more interesting. And otherwise, which company, which bank will give you finance if you're running it like a social motive?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
And you're spending so much of money and you're not earning anything, right?
understand.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Interesting idea,
you,
but
guys.
I think it requires a little more. You need to think through a little more and do some test marketing and find out. I think you need more research on that, but quite possible you are on the right track. It's a good thinking. Well done. Thank
There's
you.
a lot of
Thank you,
scope.
sir.
There is a lot of scope actually for you to earn a lot of money, and if you really pull it off, it's a very good thing. And because companies are finding a lot of shortage for talented people, and students are finding a lot of, the connection is always not there. So it's a very good idea you to do.
Yeah, it's a very good idea, Shubham and Prakyan. It's a very
Thank you.
nice idea. Little more
Yes.
homework would have made it.
Get the revenue model and bring down your costs. Yes, correct. Fine tuning
Yes,
is
sir.
required.
Yes, sir.
All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good luck. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Hello.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys.
Swaminathan, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
As Dr.
One
Surya
last
has
thing, I really like the name.
yeah, it is an excellent
I like the
presentation.
name. Yes, sir. Sir?
Excellent presentation. As Dr. Surya, they are acting as the job aggregator, like a food aggregator, and they are more like an employer, and more like it is not an internship. The talents are aggregated, and it will be disseminated to the needy. That is the ultimate aim of that.
Yes, sir.
For which it's a good initiation. All the best to the team.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
And
Thank
what
you,
I
ma'am.
like most is the name. The name is
Thank you, ma'am. We had a
very
Thank
unique
you.
and it's good. Name is yeah. Bye. All the best.
thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
thank you, guys. Now we are moving with our last team for the day. That is Ronak, Dan, and Yagnish.
Yeah.
So, guys, please take the stage.
So my partner can't join me because he's busy in other event. So I would take over the full thing. Hello.
Yeah,
Okay,
go
okay,
ahead, please.
okay, brother.
So my partner is not available. He is busy in other events. So I will be taking the full event.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, that's okay. He has already said okay. Go
Okay.
ahead. Go ahead, Ronak.
Can I share?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Good afternoon to one and all present here. I Ronak Dan, HIMT's college student of BTech, third year. We are here to present and discuss on the small business plan called fish farming or fishiculture. Like fish farming, as we all know, fish farming, as we all know, that is breeding, rearing, and growing of the fish, mostly for commercial use and usually for food. We know worldwide most important fish species produced in fish farming are the carp, tilapia, salmon, and this one catfishes. Though lots of this one factors are resulting on how successful will be your business. So for our business like pisciculture, the good location is the first thing. Like we need to first decide that whether our business will be on small scale or a large scale. So if you are starting on a small scale, it can be in the like any tanks, constructed small tanks, and if it is a big scale, we need to like hire lands or rent one for this and do in a large scale. Now, second point is a good source of water. Like water is the main thing for fish to breed. Like now, it's important that how the quality of the water is. Now, all the fishes cannot survive in same types of water or same quality of water. Some will be in some may breed in dirty water, some may go in fresh water. So like we need to choose the quality of the water depending upon the breed. Like fishes are very sensitive to ammonia, so the ammonia content should be measured all the time according to the fish type. Like neutral to alkaline water appears to be more productive than the acid water. So it also must be free from the pollutants, sewage, and pesticides. So it's also second most factor. And the yeah third one, third one is the fish pond. Like if you're doing for intensive, if you're focusing on intensive aquaculture, like it can be done in a tank type or a big pond type that should be constructed using the tarpaulin and mesh type of construction with concrete walls. So we are focusing on this only mainly in our discussions. Like like I told earlier, we should decide the right species also for proceeding the business. So as per the breed, we need to maintain the atmosphere and the location and all those, and we have to proceed forward. Fifth thing is the healthy fingerlings and the juveniles. These are the eggs or the small fishes which we need to grow. Like in case one, we are thinking for hatching the developed one, and in case two, we are thinking to buying the larva and developed after that. So fingerling is the development of stage of the small fishes, and juveniles are the fishes we need to grow. Okay. Next, we come across to the sixth point, that we should understand the fish feedings and fish feeds and fish feedings. Like good food are most important to boost the immunity of the fishes so that it can grow easily, grow healthy, and they do not find any like they're not affected by any bacteria or something, so that they die. And if some bacteria is coming, like all, it will be affecting all the fishes. And moreover, a stage may come that one fish, the healthy fish, is eating the other healthy fishes, and the full business may go in vain. So this is one point. The next point is we need to start the marketing before they grow up. Like from the starting to the end, we cannot wait. We have to think of this marketing before and only before we start the business. So as many people think that, like who are starting the farming business are making this mistake, that thinking that the market is readily there, and after the fish has grown, they will just readily give to the dealers. But this is not the thing. Like transportation, distribution, price of the fish per kg should also be calculated to the minimum expectations at the beginning while calculating, and assuming to be the investments to be high, so that we don't end up like losing the startup business. So initial investment should be high, and profit should be expected less at the beginning, and then we can proceed forward. Now we have to be business minded also for starting this business. Okay. So as I said that one should manage the demand and productivity ratio also. Like if the demand is high, the cost of the product will be also high. So we need to produce accordingly, according to the market conditions available, and also depending on the transport available. So maintaining this productivity, demand, and the market conditions, we need to fully maintain the things all over. Now next point I will come, that get good and practical fish farming training. Yes, it's obviously important that we need the training to the peoples who will be working for me, like rearing the fishes, we are like breeding for them. Like they should be really trained, and they should be familiarized with the productivity and the demand in the market also, so that they can do accordingly. Okay. Now I will come to the products of my business. Like fishes could be sold as a live fish. Like some people will be taking live fish from the market. This will be directly sold to the market for customer satisfaction. Uh, this is one factors through which I can sell the fish. Second will be the packed fishes. Like this type of fishes will be sold mainly to the supermarkets, which can be afforded mostly by the higher class of the societies, and they won't go to the local markets. They will be mostly for in the supermarkets, and yeah, supermarkets and departmental stores. They will be mostly sold. And third one, I can sell the product as a fish meal. The bones taken out from the packed fish that I am selling to the supermarkets will be dry heated until the whole moistures comes to the minimum, and then converting this to the small powder form. Then this powder can also be used for medicines, pesticides, and fertility of the soil, etc. For increasing the fertility of the soil, it can be used. So now last one is a raw fish. These are the dead fish. These are not dead by any infection or any disease. They will be just, if they are taken out of the water for a few hours, they will be automatically getting dead. And so these raw fishes will be again sold to the market through distributors. And yeah, now I'm coming to this one investment example. Like this is a totally practical one. Like we did tried and research and find out. Like for land, sir, the beginning we have invested 25 lakhs, and this we have assumed that this business to start up in the Gottipalli village, Andhapuram, Visakhapatnam. Okay, and the construction for these buildings, I will be constructing on tanks, on large tanks in a 3-storied building. So I've invested again 50 lakhs on that. Yeah, 50 lakhs on that. And for construction of those tanks, tarpaulin sheet will be needed. I'm considering like 6 tarpaulins of 50,000 liters, and on that it is costing about 2 lakhs. And I have kept some miscellaneous costs also, like pump maintenance and some miscellaneous. This I have taken 5 lakhs. Okay, so totaling all this investment, it's coming around 82 lakhs. Okay, this is my total main investment. Now I'm assuming that 10% of the main investment to be my profit. So it is coming around 8 lakh 20,000. Okay, and for the coming to the labor charges for 6 months, it is daily 2 shifts of 2 persons. Per shift will be given a salary of about 15,000 per month. Okay, and bonus, I will be providing bonus to these laborers if the production target is reached. That will be rewarded to the worker. And for the fish food, I am considering each packet of 1,000 rupees for 30 days in 6 months. Okay, and again here miscellaneous charges I have added for extra. If extra cost is there, I will pay from that. And investing on the fries, like larva fishes, I am investing this much money, 2 lakh rupees I'm investing. And on this is the constant investment that I'm getting, 3,50,000, and this is my 6-month variable investment. Okay, this is the food plus main investment plus the salary, and this constant investment is my investment on fry plus bonus and miscellaneous. This won't change, so this will be constant, and these are my constant investments. So my total investments will be 17 lakhs 10,000. Yeah. So I'm doing this in 2 cases, like case 1 and case 2. As I'm constructing a 3-storied building with the tanks in it, so with only the pillars and no walls, so that it can get sufficient sunlight and all the things possible for the breeding of the fishes. So in case 1, I'm growing in all the three floors. I'm breeding the small fishes, that is the fries. So breeding the small fishes, I'm expecting after 6 months that it is 20 tons. Approximately, I'm getting the output after 6 months, 20 tons of fishes. So let me assume that this was my initial investment. Where is it? Assuming the minimum cost, I'm okay. Yeah. Now, assuming the minimum cost, my total investment by the number of kgs will be 85.5 approximately. And in case 2, I am growing three different types of fishes on 3 different sizes of fishes on the 3 floors. Like on the first floor, I will be doing in the small fishes. Second floor, mixing of the medium and the big fishes, and third floor will be the water tanks and the small fishes. So after the 2 months, I am thinking of approximately 10 tons will be my output. And according to that, like variable investment after 2 months will be this much. Like variable investment by 3, and this will be my variable investment, and constant investment will be this much. So adding those, I'm getting this total investment. And like cost of the fish will be total investment by the number of cages, and I'm getting 80.33 is a minimum. So if my like cost is below this, I will be in loss. Like if I'm getting for the profit, I'm telling, if I'm getting 100% profit, this will be my cost per kg of the fish, 80.3. And if it is 120%, it will be 96.4, and accordingly these are calculated. Okay. And you may be wondering that how in such a small place I will be breeding so many tons of fishes. You can see I have researched on that. I have I have linked to YouTube's, and it is possible. So you can see that in a small tank, it is possible that about 20 tons or 10 tons I'm getting, and this is the YouTube links. And these are the products. Like I told you, I will be selling the live fish, packed fish, and raw fishes. So live fish will be from my side 240 per kg from my side, and a number of kgs will be 1,000, and total cost will be this. And accordingly, packed fishes 250, raw fish this one's this much, and fish meal at this one's only. So total income for me will be this much. Okay. And finally, I have fixed some of the dealers and distributors, and I am giving them subsidy so that they stays. Okay. So
Thanks,
they
sir.
stay with me. Yeah.
Thanks, brother.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for your presentation. Now, teachers can ask question.
Okay, that was a very good presentation, Ronak. I didn't get the name of
Thank you.
your partner.
Taminayana Yagnesh.
Tamanna. Tamin?
Taminayana Yagnesh. Taminayana
Okay.
Yagnesh.
Taminaina. Okay, that's a very interesting
Yagnesh. Yeah.
name. Okay, Yagnesh is a better name, is it?
Yeah.
Isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yagnesh.
Okay. Okay, that was a very good presentation. Brilliant, I should say. And so the way you were saying, are you seriously taking it into business, or is just for the sake of a
Uh,
presentation?
to say my friend, I mean partner, he was telling for the startup business. So I had
Mm-hmm.
consulted him for after seeing this event. Actually, we don't have any idea of management because we are BTech students right now. We have not been through the
Okay,
management that much.
I
So
see.
he has some family business as well as he was interested in this. So I consulted him,
Okay.
and we both came up to this conclusion, like somewhat taking
Mm.
average and taking the idea. We came to
Okay.
this.
So I guess you should collaborate with IMU MBA students, and then you could set up a real business that way. It
Yeah,
was
yeah,
very
it will be helpful,
interesting to
sir.
know. Yeah, it was very interesting to see the presentation, and especially all the work, the number, and the numerics with every detail that you went into. It was really interesting.
Uh,
So it's a good business idea. You put it very well.
Thank you, ma'am.
And I don't have any questions as such with the respect to the business. Just a simple question about so
I would
everyone
like
in
to introduce my friend joined. I think so.
his come.
Taminana
Okay,
joined. I think
right.
so. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yagnesh, are you there?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
yeah,
ma'am.
okay. So I was just saying that it's a very good presentation, and it looks like a real serious business that you both are thinking of. And
Thank you,
we
ma'am.
found your name very interesting,
Yes, ma'am.
starting with.
Actually, was going through this.
Uh-huh.
My brother-in-law, whose name is Mohan, already is in Rajahmundry. He worked as a like fishing manager in fish farming,
I
and
see.
with him we started this thing. We just bought the land here, and we managed
Okay,
to get the dealers and all,
very
and
good.
we are proceeding.
Mm-hmm. Good.
That's what Mike collaborated with him and came to this solution.
Very good. So that's a good thing to do. And so I just have a suggestion. Like you said, you're going to take a 3-story building, and then you'll start the breeding yourself. I was just saying,
Yeah.
why can't you incorporate it at the rural level and incorporate rural farmers into getting into aqua farming? That would be even more of a socio-economic kind of a venture. It's just a suggestion that I'm saying.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
if you are aware, Dr. Modadugu Vijay Gupta, who is the pioneer of the Blue Revolution in Southeast Asia, he did this across Indonesia and so many African countries, and he's doing it even now in Telangana region. So he's considered the pioneer of Blue Revolution in Southeast Asia. Though, of course, in India, we consider more of Dr. Hiralal Chaudhary and I guess one Mr. Arun Krishnan or somebody. So if you, this business part is one thing. Second part is it will be even economical for you if you go the rural entrepreneurship way. Just a suggestion from my side. Okay, otherwise
Sure,
I
ma'am.
don't have any questions. Good presentation.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
So over to you, sir.
Yes, it was interesting also. It is, the numbers look very real, and it looks like you know the business fairly well. You've gone into the details of it. It's interesting. It's not a very, very visual business. Maybe it's a specialized area. You are aware of it. There's a lot of merit in what you are saying. Wish you all the best. Good luck. I
Thank
have
you,
no
sir.
questions. It's real.
Sir,
Yeah.
the
Thank you.
numbers was given big because I want to keep that numbers big, because if we get the investment high, like assume the investment high, at the last if we get loss also, we won't get disappointed that we got like any thing get lost.
But we lost. We won't be demotivated then
Okay,
from a
I
startup
just
business.
missed the name of your company. What are you naming it? I
Yes,
missed
yes.
the name of your company. What are you naming it? Have you named your proposal, your venture?
No, ma'am. We just did fishiculture business and started like this. No
Oh,
company.
acha.
Like you're
Okay,
asking for
fine. I
team
thought
name. Team name.
your team name or your company name.
No company
You
name,
haven't
ma'am.
named it? Okay, okay,
No,
fine,
ma'am.
fine. I thought
Like
I missed it.
fishiculture
Okay,
business.
fine. No problem. I thought I missed it.
Okay, ma'am.
Very well. Good luck. All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very
Take
much.
care.
So it's,
Thank you all
it's
the
done,
teams.
kind?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Maybe
Yes, ma'am.
I think you, me, and we have to meet along with Rohit.
Yeah, we
maybe,
can
I don't
just,
know.
I guess, mail the scores to Rohit. I think that's what we need to do.
That'll be fine. That'll be wonderful. Is that
And we
okay,
are not
Rohit?
supposed to announce it here. Yeah, Rohit?
Yeah.
If Rohit
No,
is
ma'am.
there.
No need
Really?
to. Yes, ma'am.
Really?
Yes, ma'am. No need to announce it here.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, correct.
You can take the time, ma'am. Thanks
Yeah.
all the
I
teams
will
to come
send you
here.
the
I'll mail it to
scoring
you.
sheet to you, Rohit.
Yeah.
Sure, sir. So, guys, result will be declared in the validatory function. So you all will get the link by 4:15 or by 4:30. So all you have to come in the validatory function for the results. As we got the tough competition in this, I think our judges will also need some discussion to just finalize the winners. All
Yes,
are done
true.
well.
Very
It is
true. All
really a
four
tough
teams
competition.
were
That's-
really good, and all four teams very enthusiastic ideas and high quality of ideas that were there. And I truly wish all four of them get into business. All the
Looks
best.
like that. I wish you all the best. All of them did very well. Yes. Very good business ideas. Yeah. I learned a lot. Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you.
All the
Bye-bye.
best
Thank
to
you,
all
ma'am.
the four teams, and thank you, organizers, student organizers.
Thank you,
Very
ma'am.
well
Thank
organized. Very well organized.
Rohit. Thank you.
Ma'am, really want to share some words with you. Really, you can.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, teachers, for joining this event and making this successful. Now I request everyone to turn on their videos so that we can have a group photo, or we can say virtual group photo. Okay.
The last one. Okay, fine. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Done.
Thank you. Thank you,
everyone
ma'am.
for
Thank
joining
you.
us.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Hope everyone
Bye-bye.
enjoyed this.
Yes.
Thank
Absolutely.
you, ma'am. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
everyone. Yeah. Thank you. Bye. Bye,
Thank you for
everyone.
everyone
Bye.
for joining us.
Yeah. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.
Thank you. Rohit, I request you to please share the result details with me. I have to forward it to ML now.
Yes, I will share the details.
Each and every
Just we will share. No worries, brother. We are just busy in
Okay,
some roles. We will share.
thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Swami sir.